Good afternoon, everyone. I'm First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here. The work week started off cold around the Arklatex, but we should see mild conditions as we move throughout this afternoon ahead of us here. Southerly flow will allow for temperatures around the area to reach more into the upper 50s and potentially even the lower 60s for quite a few areas around the Arklatex by the middle of this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies are expected to remain overhead as we move through the afternoon as well. 60 for Shreveport, around 57 by Minden and Coshada. Looks to be a bit cooler on the eastern half of the Arklatex, and not so much for the western half, as we may see the upper 50s and lower 60s out there. As warm as around 61 by Mount Pleasant in northeastern Texas. But by early tomorrow morning, temperatures will fall back into the 30s for many of us, and maybe even the 20s for one or two areas around the Arklatex. I can see that by DeQueen there, around 38 for Texarkana, 35 by Marshall and Nacogdoches, around 35 for Manny and Mansfield, just the south of Shreveport Bossier as well. But here's a look at rain chances through the next 5 days ahead of us. They aren't expected to rise by much, but it is something that may be heading our way as the first of two cold fronts that will be moving through starts to approach the Arklatex as we move into our Wednesday, and that could bring some slight rain chances heading into our Tuesday and Wednesday, but we could see another cold front move through on Saturday that could bring us the potential for some wintry precipitation. And here's how these fronts will affect temperatures here. We'll drop to highs from the 60s into the 50s heading into our Thursday coming up, and rising back in the 60s before they drop back into the 50s heading into the upcoming weekend here. And we could see some highs not even get out of the 40s out there for Thursday afternoon as well as our Saturday afternoon heading into this weekend. But overall, the rainfall potential through the next 7 days shows that these cold fronts won't bring much precipitation our way. We may receive at the highest around a quarter of an inch for the next 7 days. That's not going to combat our drought conditions by much here, and may just provide just a very small dent and maybe not anything at all here, as many of us are dealing with severe drought in northwest Louisiana and portions of East Texas as well, and even severe drought is ongoing in McCurtain County and portions of East Texas also here. So make sure to avoid any types of outdoor burning until further notice, or at least until we receive some good amount of rainfall here. The next update comes out on Thursday in terms of the drought monitor. 7-day forecast shows highs in the 60s through today, tomorrow, and our Wednesday before the first of two cold fronts move through Wednesday night into Thursday. And then the other cold front will move through Friday night into our Saturday, causing our highs to fluctuate as we approach the next weekend.